In this video, I'll be talking about a tool within XRM Toolbox named as Role Editor. This is built by Neronaut. What does this tool does is it provides you an enhanced GUI to create, edit, assign, and document Dataverse security role. So if you see the description in the release notes, it has been clearly mentioned that this tool is basically used to create new roles or edit existing security roles with an advanced UI, create and use privilege templates, predefined privilege templates, clone roles, check if a given role is actually used, assign role to a user or team, and contextual help. Now, just to give you a context of why this tool was created, is because by default, the interface which is provided by Power Platform Admin Center for a security role is not that intuitive. It was very good in the classic interface, but over a period of time, when the new development was done, this tool has not lived up to the standards of the classic UI. So I'm in Power Platform Admin Center. If I navigate to environments and if I just pick up any environment which I have, so I go to Girish Preview US environment, and if I navigate to the security rules, so I should be able to see all the security rules within my environment. So I'll just click on see all. And what do you mean by the intuitive user interface is like, say, take for example, if I pick any security role over here, say Aussie resources. Now here, if I want to set privileges, the option which I have with me currently is uh, one is I can navigate to a specific table from here, and then I need to manually set. So if you see over here, I need to manually change from one drop down to another. Okay, so there's a lot of click involved, a lot of movement involved, and also the real estate is like, if you see this entire real estate, it is taking up like a lot of space over here. So if I just remove this compact grid view off, you can see that this permission settings. So let me just click on, say, some action over here. So if I just click on business unit and if I click on create, and then I need to again navigate to that checkbox, the drop down, select it, and then I need to save it. Okay, so there's a lot of effort in it. If I navigate to other security roles, so let me discard these changes. So let me go into, say, card basic role. Now here again, in this entire screen, I am able to see just like, like 7 or 8 items, right? In the classic interface, it was pretty much easy to set the security role, and it was quite intuitive. So enough of that. Let's jump into the tool. What I mean to say is, if you navigate to this tool, if you haven't installed, go ahead into the tool library and install this tool. And once you uh, install this tool, it's pretty hard to find because it's prefixed with underscore n dot role editor. But then once you find the tool, you should be able to navigate very easily. So I've already installed over here. So let me just close this XRM toolbox, and I'll open the XRM toolbox application. Make sure that if you haven't updated your XRM toolbox, update it to the latest version. So I have updated to version 1.2024.9.69. And once you open the XRM toolbox, open the tool role editor. Now this is how the interface will look like. So just to start with, on the top you have the command options, so the command which you need to execute. Then you have a role browser, and then in the bottom you have a logs of activity which you are performing currently on this particular tool. And this is like the main area which previews all the details. So to start with, you can also press F1 in any panel for help. And then this is an option to close the tool. So first, what you need to do, click on load tables, privileges, and role. So I'm already connected to one of the environments, so it will start loading the table and privileges. As you see in the bottom over here, it has started giving you the logs, like what it has done, what all actions it has done. So it says that, oh, it has found 148 users, retrieving users, and this is the date time, right? Okay, now here, this is an environment, Girish Dev. and I have one business unit. Now, within that business unit, there are a set of security roles. So I have this custom security role named as Girish. I can even search for the security role. So if I just type in Girish, I will be able to see the custom security role which I have created. Other options which I have is I can search role by privilege. I can search role by solution. I have an option to create an empty role. I have an option to create a security role from a basic user or an app opener privilege. Now, if you see over here, I have an option to search role by privilege. So if I click on search role by privilege, I can search by typing the privilege name. Okay, so if I just type PRV, and if I want to see which particular security role has PRV append to catalog, and I can just go ahead and search it. Or I can search by privilege label. And then if you click on OK, it will start finding out that, okay, for this specific privilege, service writers, system admin, system customizer has the permission. So there's a nice bit of utility through which you can search by the privilege. Second thing is what we'll do is like we'll just go into one of the roles, a Girish custom role. So now once I open this custom security role, this is the main part over here. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just auto hide this so that I get a good real estate. And now from here, just imagine from this screen itself, I can set privileges for so many tables over here. Now, in the classic, in the Power Platform admin interface, you could have set permissions through 7 or 8 table in the current screen, right? Like, let me show you that. So, if you see this Power Platform admin center, there are 4 or 5 items you can see over here. But then from the tool perspective, you can set this at a large scale. How to set the permission? Now, first, let's read through this entire section, what it is. Here on the left hand side, you see a table, and against that table you have the privilege like create, read, write, delete, append, assign, and share. And then you have a table logical name. Then you can navigate from the tab that's table related privileges. So if you want to see miscellaneous privileges, you can see miscellaneous privileges. You can expand collapse general information, so the role name, description, business unit to which it belongs to, and the member privilege inheritance. And you have this change summary as well, whatever changes you make. So if I go here and just click on team privileges only, and once I save it, it will list down all the change details which I have made. Also, let me now make some changes. So if I go into miscellaneous privileges, this is bulk edit. So what if I click on this? If I click on this, it's blank. If I click on it again, it is full privilege. I have an option to do a right click and set it to none and organization level. So yeah, I make it none, okay, and I can save this record. So I just save. So it says saving role, Girish custom role, please wait, and then it will save the record. It's its role saved successfully. Uh, then go to table related privileges. Now if I go into core record accounts, and now if I want this account to be set it and for creation to be set at an organization level, I just do a right click and set it to organization. So it's just a matter of just clicking it, right? Just do a right click and then you can set it to whatever value you want. So I'm just making some random changes, and this is how you basically set the permissions or privileges. Once you're done with it, click on save. Now, sometimes we make those changes and we do not add the security rule to a solution. So we have an option to add the security rule to a solution. So if I click on add rule to solution, it will start loading all the unmanaged solutions which you have, and then you can start selecting the solution which you want to be added into. And then once you're done with that, you just click on OK. So this is how the security rule gets added to a specific solution. So that's a nice bit of information. Addition to that, there is an option to export to Excel. So what will happen is like if you want to see or if you want to share the security rule with say some staff or some admin user, you can go ahead and click on export to Excel, and then it will download that specific custom role in Excel format. Now, as you see over here, this is an Excel document. So this is the first tab, general, which describes the custom security role in terms of inheritance and description. Navigate to tables and it will give you a tabular list of all the permissions, like the privileges against a specific table, in a nice structured way. So this is quite useful. If you go to from a miscellaneous perspective, miscellaneous privileges, you can also see this activity. So it is clearly mentioned what action can be done against this privilege, like the document generation, yes; bulk edit, no; bulk delete, no; and so on and so forth. So this is a nice bit of export which you can do from the tool. Second thing, what you can do, which I really liked, is export into a markdown format. So if I click on export markdown and click on save, then this will export the security privileges in the markdown format. Now, as you see over here, this is a markdown format. Now, this is a raw format. Okay, this doesn't look structured. However, if you in VS Code, like I have added a markdown preview extension. So if I just click on the preview, it will show you the preview of the markdown file, and watch this. It is giving you the business unit inheritance, is giving you the legend. It is nicely formatting the structure. So think about, like, if you are more into security within your organization, if you want to share this with your admin before you make any change in the production environment, it's a nice way through which you can share this documentation. So hats off to the developer who has built this. This is really awesome. Also, you have an option to show all the privileges or show assigned privileges. So if you see here, if I click on show all privileges, it will and if I click on it, I can toggle the switch, show all privilege or show only assigned privileges. Now, as you see, the changes which I made over here, it is highlighted in yellow, right? So this is also a nice way through which you come to know what all changes you have made within the system, right? So if I just go ahead and make some changes over here, bulk edit, or create org email templates, or if I make some changes over here, if I make those changes here, and let me just save this record. So it basically tracks all the changes which you have made, and then you can view this information in a nice tabular format. So there's a lot of information which can be seen within the system, right? So other thing which I liked about in the markdown view is, like, in the markdown file you will see the permission against a specific privileges as well. So if you see over here, in the miscellaneous privileges, it is listing down the privilege name, whether you can perform that action or not. So it is like kind of a user friendly way through which you can view the privileges details. uh, this is a user browser. So if you click on user browser, and this is a role browser. So if you click on user browser, you can expand and you can check what are the how many business users are there and how many technical users are there. So technical users are basically all the inbuilt users. So it has also nicely structured the segregated the users from the other users within your Power Platform environment. So any users belonging, starting the name with hash, it has classified as technical users. And then from role browser, this is the interface through which you can view the roles. Now from new role, I have an option to start from an empty role, clone selected role. So I have an option. So if I have already created this, I have an option to clone selected role. So I can click on clone selected role and it will create a copy of it. And then I just need to specify the role name, description, and then once I click on save, it will create a clone of that role. Other option is, if I click on new role, I want a new role from a app opener role. So all the app opener privileges to be given from that role perspective. And even I can see what default app opener role privileges are by default before I even create a security role. So if you see anything in highlight, it shows you uh, the the privileges for app opener role. So this is also a nice bit of information which will help you understand what does this app opener role by default gives permissions on, right? Similarly, you can click on new role and you can say new role from basic user, and then again it will show you the new role from the basic user, and then you can view all the default permission which gets granted. uh, so So that's it, folks. You have an option to search roles by solution. You have option to search role by privileges. So if I just click on search roles by solution, so take for example, I don't have any specific solution which has a role attached to it, but then there is an option through which you can even search role by solution and search role by privileges within this tool. So that's all about this tool. This tool is a useful utility to view the security permission, to act on the security permission, and to understand the security permission from your Power Platform Admin Center in a better way. Thanks for watching.